looks spectacular. And there's enough for all of your friends as well.
Hopefully.
Well, I must be off. I have business with the tax lord man. And I have to go have my injuries attended to.
Very well, I shall be waiting for you, my brave suitor. And she continues messing around with the decorations. Where are you heading off to now, Rutherford? And can I imagine it is Rutherford, Rasmussen, and Ramon going?
Well, I strongly suggest that we start heading towards Matilda's, because I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm pretty badly messed.
Yeah, I'm pretty messed up as well.
Are we in town yet?
And I'm not in the mood to
Yes,
deal with
yes,
the
we are.
goblins
Remember,
don't know anything.
remember, you're not blind anymore, Ramon.
Am I not? I thought.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not.
that's right.
You're not. You're not.
The person came back.
Well, I'm gonna keep pretending to be blind as long as I get this piggyback ride.
Oh my god. So yeah, I'm definitely heading to Matilda's next.
Yeah, a bunch of villagers watch you with suspicion as you leave.
Yeah, I kind of like hurriedly get on my horse and then like I kind of signal the guys like I'm heading towards Matilda, but I'm like trying not to bring. I'm like totally hiding the little bundle, screaming bundle with me.
Yeah, I really have no idea how this is going to play out. That kid is going to be trouble.
I mean, aren't all children?
What happens if... No, never mind.
How many years are you planning ahead, Rasmussen? That kid has to be trouble.
Look, I'm already thinking of references of the Samurai and the Cub kind of thing situation, so that's probably what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of years.
I mean, I'm planning 18 years in the future, so...
I'm just saying, at what point does the baby become deadly?
I don't know. We'll see.
If I'm a betting man, and
you are,
this kid is going to bring some kind of lethal danger on us within days.
Cool. How much we betting? What you got in your pockets?
I'll do you one better. We're betting our lives.
That's not worth anything. I want actual cash. What you got? What jingles? I want to see something that glitters in the sunlight.
I will bet a silver coin.
Cool. I'll take that bet. Wait, let's put a number on it first. Days. How many days are we talking?
Yeah, you already took the bet.
Yeah, okay.
No backsies.
There's no backsies, but we still got to put a date, a number.
Within the week. Within the week, this kid is going to be the cause of some kind of lethal threat.
Okay, anywhere between 2 and 7 days.
That's it.
I won't even put it to you to the end of this week, because that's within the week. I'll give you 2 to 7 days.
Done and done.
Okay, so we're heading to Matilda's.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the journey is uneventful as you get to the area surrounding Matilda's hut. It is now approaching evening because it's taken all day to get from one side of the village to the other. It is now approaching evening, and Genevieve, when you approach the area where the snow falls off, um, there's a loud crack, and as something fizzles through the air, and the bundle that you are holding, actually make a coordination test. Make it again arduous.
Oh my god, really? Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Well, actually, let me check something. Hold up. Okay, never mind. So, all right. Coordination. Ooh.
Hey,
Ooh.
yeah, you're
Lucky
able to
roll.
keep hold of the bundle, but it screeches in pain, and writhes out of the the blankets you've essentially wrapped it in, um, and begins like screaming in pain when you try to cross the barrier.
Oh yeah.
Cannot physically drag.
Yeah. I quickly move back, and she says, I don't think she likes the symbols. She says, and she looks to the others, and she says, go call Matilda.
There is no need as the door swings open. Matilda comes out, a frog leg dangling from her mouth, and one in each hand. She holds them up menacingly.
She looks at Matilda, and she says, should I be worried?
Matilda spits out a leg and says, "What new devil you bring in here, girl?"
So she takes a deep breath, and she says, my mother is dead, and an old beastman pulled this out of my mother, and she shows the baby to Matilda.
Rasmussen is paying very close attention to her reaction.
She stares at it for a moment, and she says, "Drown the thing."
Hearing that, Jenny like swallows hard, and she says, "Is that necessary?"
You see her look at Ramon. Who are you still pretending to be blind?
I mean, not in front of Matilda, no. I'm not pretending to not be blind, though.
Okay, yeah. She stares at you for a moment, and she repeats herself. Drown the child. Tie weights of cold iron, not steel, iron.
Really? You're thinking that?
That's, better to be safe than sorry.
Right, but then we're just gonna pull everything out of the book if we do that. Better safe than sorry, I mean. I mean, if you're thinking cold iron, then we might as well protect from everything, right? Pull out some garlic too while you're at it.
She stares at you and says, "Fine, do what you will. A sack with rocks, but I suggest drowning."
So Genevieve looks hesitant, and then she looks at Matilda and she says, "Is there a reason why we should get rid of this child? I need a good reason."
She says that child is no kin of yours. That child, that is a kin of something far, far more devious. It- to you, my explanation would mean nothing, but just trust me. Do not keep that thing alive.
Oh, you think it's like one of those birds?
She nods in a way.
I gotcha. Okay. Cool. We can do this then.
Genevieve kind of looks confused. What are we doing?
Oh, it's not your kin. Don't worry about it. That is not even a baby.
It's not a baby?
It's not a baby. It just looks like a baby. We gotta drown that thing.
In
What
fact,
the
when you
hell
look
are
at it,
you talking about?
it does seem to have grown considerably since your trip here. You put it. It definitely looks like if you put it down, it could walk.
Whoa! So it's like toddler size right now.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't think cold iron is necessary. It doesn't seem like that kind of a thing. Bag of rocks probably work.
But that kind of explains how it was in her stomach. Like it, yeah. That makes so much more sense. Okay.
Well, I'm
So-
glad you can figure out that there's some kind of sense to this, because none of this makes sense to me.
While we're making sense of stuff, non sequitur here. Revelations. The queen moves. Did I miss something?
Technically, yes, because last time we earned a revelation by fulfilling 3 leads. The second half of the revelation will be revealed shortly.
Okay, so it's not something we know. It's just part of that little thing. Okay. I'm like, what the fuck does the queen moves mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the story at hand.
Yeah, you guys have the slightly less baby Genevieve. You've gotten the word, drown the thing.
She looks at Matilda and she says, "Isn't there, I don't know, a kinder way of doing it?"
Guess you could snap its
Well-
neck and then drown it.
If drowning doesn't work, we could try fire. If that doesn't work, we could bury it alive. She looks and thinks for a second. I suppose we could try cutting it into pieces and scattering it. That could also work. But I feel like drowning would be the most final solution.
Well, I mean, I think that last solution, I think your solutions in reverse order are probably better. I mean, if your concern is that, then you probably want to kill it, cut it up, burn to pieces, and then toss it to the river.
I'm just certain water should be involved.
Right. But if you're worrying about, recapitulation, then cutting it up, burning the pieces to ashes, and making sure the ashes spread across the lake, not to be recombined again, seems to be the easier. Not the easier, but the more surefire.
Could be. It might require some testing, she says, and she takes one of the frog legs she was holding and puts it in her mouth. She goes, "It's actually kind of a fascinating problem." But
No. We're not going to be doing testing. We're going to put this thing to sleep, and then we're going to end it. We're going to do this quick. We're going to do this painless. And we're going to do it right the first time.
Well, I don't know about painless.
I am certain whatever you do, it won't be painless.
It has to die, but we don't have to be cruel about it. Isn't there anything you can give us or give it so that it just falls asleep?
I don't think so. The thing is not a part of this world. It doesn't belong.
Where does it belong?
Well, there are two answers to that question. The first is where it came from, and the second is utterly destroyed. I prefer the second.
I think we should throw it in the river.
Sack of stones.
Okay, Rasmussen turns to Ramon. You're telling me this thing is not a baby.
No. Wait, yes.
Then what the hell is it?
It's, oh, what do you say? It's one of those birds. It's one of those birds that makes you pretend that the baby is your baby. It's not a baby, though. Don't worry about that part. It's one of those birds, though.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like in the real world.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
cannot
I
think
know.
of
I
the name.
think it's called a mockingbird, but essentially what they do is they kick off the egg in the nest, and they put their own egg, and they make the other bird take care of that bird. And then when it hatches, it's like this huge baby bird, and the small bird keeps feeding this intruder bird that's not its bird. That's not its baby bird. Yeah, I know what bird you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't even close to the tip of my tongue, but I know people know what I'm talking about, so it's fine.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a mockingbird. But anyways, not important.
Cuckoo.
Oh, that's it. That is actually it. A cuckoo.
Yeah.
But again, it's not a baby, though, so don't worry about that part. It's playing to your sympathies. Don't let it.
Okay, if I'm gonna do this, I want to do it right. You better all hope I don't regret I do this.
Oh, you probably will. This is really going to have a postpartum effect on you. You are going to cry later. And you are going to feel depressed for a long time to come. Because you're going to think you killed a baby.
Well, Mr. Goblin, why don't you kill the baby then?
Okay.
Will you pass the child to Ramon?
Who's still sitting on a soldier's shoulders?
I assume at this point you're on the wagon.
Oh, that's
you
disappointing. Disappointing.
Yeah.
I've been picturing myself sitting on some guy's shoulders this whole time.
That would raise other problems.
Dale, I think it was.
So she looks at Ramon and Matilda and she says, if we're going to kill this thing, I want to make sure we do it correctly if it means we're saving ourselves.
I'm just letting you know about the emotional investment and the toll it's going to take on you.
Well, isn't that going to affect anybody who does it?
It depends. Are you a psychopath? If you're a psychopath, you probably won't. Are you emotionally distant to people and feel hurt by your past when dealing with other human beings? If not, then you could probably take a whole hell of a lot out on somebody else without feeling the thing.
With the possible exception of you, because we don't know you that well yet, I don't think anybody here particularly relishes the idea of killing a child, but it has to be done.
Really? I swear to God, well, I can't swear to God, you don't exist, but I swear I heard somebody shouting, "Kill the child," at the top of their lungs not too long ago.
And I stand by it, but it's not something I wanted to do. It's something that had to be done. There's a difference.
So Jen looks at Matilda and she says, if I keep it alive, what will happen?
She, sucking on the other frog leg. She says, I don't know exactly. And to be honest, that scares me more than I'd like to admit.
Can I assume that whatever it would be very bad?
She says, I think that's a given.
And would it be accurate to say that whatever bad thing would happen would take place within the next 2 to 7 days?
I doubt that.
She says, it depends on what you define as bad thing.
It'd probably be
But-
great in the next week. It'll lure you in with things that you want. And then after a week, it'll all come crashing down.
Yes, precisely 7 days in 12 minutes would be when it became lethal.
God damn it!
Oh, your silver coin.
It's alright, Rasmussen. I'll be honest with you, I have no silver. It was a joke bet to begin with.
You said
We
that
should get this.
it didn't belong here. Where does it belong?
She looks at Ramon for a minute before answering, and she says, child, there are things that exist on the edge of our reality. It would be best if they stayed there.
Okay, well, I'm going to suggest that we tend to our wounds and then deal with this thing when we're in a better frame of mind.
She said, I would suggest against that.
As would I.
I would see this seems a more immediate problem.
Gonna point out to you the fact that we walked to town and now it's already at toddler age.
Yeah, we have to kill it now.
Well, Rasmussen looks to Genevieve. She's taking point on this.
Oh my god, it's so hard for her. She's really having a hard time.
The child
When-
stops crying.
I mean, of course, you've already imprinted on it. I told you, it's gonna make you depressed, you're gonna cry, this is gonna be horrible for you.
Genevieve, suffer 2 corruption.
Oh my god, what am I suffering 2 corruption for?
Yes.
Being corrupted.
Considering the killing of a child.
Proximity, I would imagine.
But in actuality, you think you can see on its lips it begins to form words. Maybe nobody else hears them, but you hear it say "sister."
Oh
Quietly.
no!
I mean, you're saying, oh no, but I think that's more creepy than anything else, because it's not like mama or anything. Why would it have any conception of sister? That's just playing its hand, and it's playing it poorly.
Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh my god. So she kind of clings to the thing, and then she says, if we're gonna do this, I guess I'll have to be the one to do it.
I have a very serious
Do it
question
now.
for the rest of you. Out of character. Is the killing of a baby a fade to black moment for any of you?
I mean,
actually
I'm pretty sure we don't have to describe it. It's more like it happens,
Right, okay, I just want to make sure. We've gone pretty
Well,
heavy into the we have to
so-
kill the thing arc, but I just want to make sure when it comes to the
We don't have to describe
Yeah.
details.
when it comes to
wanna
the
go
moment.
excruciating detail.
I just want to make sure that all
I
our
wouldn't know.
T's and Q's are there. We don't do something that someone's not going to be happy with.
Yeah,
I
I'm perfectly
really-
happy to respect people's limits. Personally, I don't care how far deep we go. It's all
I don't care either.
and of course, always if you feel uncomfortable, please let me know immediately so we can change it. As I
No,
say.
I'm
I just know
totally
some people
fine.
equate babies and puppies in the same field. And I know one of you is very much anti-puppy. I mean, killing. Anti-puppy killing.
Yes, that is true.
I was gonna make a joke about kicking both, but that's okay.
I'm
But this
totally
is
cool with
both.
it. Just don't need to put detail. I think it's like totally fascinating that this thing is manipulating Genevieve. But
Yeah,
yeah,
as antagonists go, it's quite original.
Despite the fact we've already described, it happens in nature all the time.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
my
this is the first
poor
time I've come across something like this in a game. So kind
my poor character. So yeah, you see her cling to the child a little bit more, and I don't know, you may get a sense that she's gonna have the more you wait, the harder it's gonna for her to do anything regarding killing the thing.
I mean, we're waiting for you, though, so the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be.
Well, I'm saying that you have to kind of like urge her to like.
We already did.
Move.
At this point, I'm waiting for you to send it to school. Are you making it lunch yet?
She's already having
well,
Cool, I guess we're
Gonna
living with this
be-
one then.
We're gonna have to put you in the jail if you don't kill that thing.
Light the green torch.
It may be easier to allow Ramon to do it, since he seems to be the least affected.
Yeah, just hand me the baby. Ooh, I dropped it.
She says, so Genevieve looks at everyone and she says, oh, what do we do first?
Well,
Give
you're
it to
probably...
Ramon.
Oh, right. Sorry, I
Alright.
forget we're not describing what we're actually doing.
I honestly, I think at this point, you should hand the baby to Ramon, and then let him go off on his own, and we'll meet him later.
She gives the baby to Ramon very hesitantly.
Genevieve, suffer 5 corruption.
Oh my god. Okay, she's immediately starting to cry.
Told you. I say over my shoulder as I'm walking away. I'm a jester. Come on, you know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Rasmussen probably sheds a tear or two as well, silently.
Don't be a bitch.
Say
in character, in character.
You see the thing mouthing words to you, but you can hear them in your mind as if they were spoken, asking you to save it and don't let them take me. Don't let them take me. We have a destiny together.
Also,
Oh my god.
also
Don't
imagine that I'm already walking away and everything too, so this is like your last call to action. If you're gonna stop me, now's the time.
Oh, this is so hard. Oh my god. Oof. Oof.
Recall. Yeah, I think you can make it, certainly. Watching the thing go. Now, I know we weren't going to describe anything, but I imagine it involves a river, Ramon.
I mean, do you want me to like text it to you? I mean, we
No,
don't want to describe anything, but I could.
I actually need to just know where you're going to be.
Well, various points.
Like,
Okay, all right. So I'll do it this way. We'll make it as less intrusive and quick to get as possible. If you recall,
I have a 4-point plan, which I'm not going to go into, but it involves a lot of things to make sure that nothing is coming back, okay? I'm just saying that...
One bag, one river, and a bunch of cold iron chains later.
No, I mean, that's one part. That's one part of a 4-point plan.
So we're going to start this off with our PowerPoint here, and then we're going to move into.
As I've said, if you don't want me to tell you privately, so you can mitigate whatever you want,
Is
but
there ropes? Is there
No, I don't
iron?
actually need to know.
I know. That's what
details.
I'm saying. If you don't want to try and mitigate what I'm doing, in case you have some sort of master plan to fuck us all over, then just assume that I've done it and I've come back, or
Right.
whatever you want.
And that's what I was going to do. Yes, there is something to fuck you over. As you remember, I said there was a consequence from earlier walking through the village. And that will be at a location. So wherever you think makes the most sense.
Wherever I start, you mean?
Was that?
Wherever I start doing my thing?
Possibly, but you've been intercepted, and you are intercepted by Jeb.
Cool. Who are you?
Yeah, exactly. Whereabouts are we? Do you think would make the most sense?
Out of eyesight, I guess, from them, somewhere in between. Where are we right now? Matilda's is. Can you pull up the your map of the village?
You don't have it.
It's on.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm used to seeing it as a map layer. Hold on. There we go. Okay. I don't typically go into the those things because it changes the roll screen on the overlay. Let's see, Matilda's hut. Yeah, I'd be somewhere in the middle of the woods between between the river and Matilda's hut.
Yeah. As you're walking, you see a unfamiliar to you figure. You know, a strange looking man walking through the frozen woods. It is incident enough that, and when he calls out to you, he says, "Hey there, friend. Haven't seen you around these parts before."
I only been here a couple days. Who are you?
Well, my name's Jeb. I'm a local farmer around here. Say, what you got there? Seems something mighty interesting.
Does it? It's just a sack of potatoes, nothing more.
Wow, I ain't never hear a sack of potatoes scream like that. That's one darn interesting sack of potatoes. I'll tell
Nah,
you.
it's screaming a normal amount for a sack of potatoes. What's your business around here, friend?
Well, it is as he's stepping closer to you. Well, I've been you know, I'm just looking for someone, uh, and happen to be carrying a small child. Now, I'm just maybe interested in said child. So if you would have him, and I'm just saying, it may be in your best interest to.
How much money you got?
And he says, "Ah, you know, I ain't got much money, but I also don't have to hurt you."
Cool. I mean, is he still walking forwards? What's he do
Yeah.
after he says, "So I don't want to hurt you"?
Yeah, he continues to walk forward.
Oh, cool. Then at that point, I think it's time to start protecting myself.
Yeah.
I mean, he did give me a verbal threat.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
Well, the first step is to cast Aegis.
Okay.
Since I have no idea what he's about to do. I don't intend for my second character to die in 2 sessions, so...
I don't intend for that either.
So this is a petty spell, which means it's plus 10%?
Yep, plus 10% to cast. So if you do decide to channel, you only need to channel. You only need to channel twice if you want to channel.
Let's see, my incantation is basically 60, plus 10% would make it 70. I probably can pass on my own, he said, failing a roll instantly. So I'm not going to channel. Let me just make sure that I'm not on the wrong difficulty. Okay, I'm on standard. Awesome. That's what happens to me.
Yeah, roll a oh, it's only 1d6 chaos, so I don't think you can fail.
I literally can't. Not
yeah,
unless it's a.
I just-
No wait, there's no penetrating dice in Zweihänder. Never mind. I can't fail.
yeah. Okay, I believe that also hits up most of your turn.
That's
to cast
one.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's one
Yep.
action. But can you cast multiple spells in a turn, or just one?
Just one. You can like attacks. You may only cast one spell, or
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna hold on to the other two as defense. Since I can counter spell.
Also, once you reach out to the ethereal winds, you can feel the strong pull of the thing in your arms. Okay. Jeb will go. He is just going to he's going to move forward and then just attempt to charge with a takedown.
Cool. I got defense still.
Yep. You may resist coordination.
Yeah, dodge.
Perfect. Yeah, he charges and it tries to tackle you down to the ground, but instead skids past you. Momentarily, you're left unengaged. It's back up to your turn for a moment.
Right. I'm gonna grab a silver dart from my hip, and I am just gonna whip it at him. That is a magic missile. I am gonna channel one step, because I've been proven to be a fool for not doing it at all.
So that'll be a total of plus 20% to your cast.
I believe that doing it on the sheet already adds with the 1 plus 10 for one step channel, so I'm just gonna add a plus 10 on my own. And assume everything goes as planned. Fuck you, game.
Incantation, modifier, difficulty, yeah. Fuck you game is correct.
That's the second failed roll in a row.
And also you must roll another d6 for channeling, because you can fail if you roll 6.
See, that's the thing, though. I want to ask this. I looked in the book, and it doesn't say about rolling a chaos dice just for casting any spell, but it does say it for channeling. So this one already has the chaos in there for channeling. But as you saw before, it didn't include anything for just casting without channeling.
You may be correct. I may be wrong. So if you said you looked, I believe you, and we'll
well, the real bitch of that means that I went blind for 3 hours for no reason. But anyway, let's move on.
Yes, well, we also did the channeling wrong as well. So.
You live and you learn, or you don't, and I roll a new character. Whatever, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I always get killed by myself.
Yeah, so you still have 2 action points.
Yeah, but I gotta save those for defense, either dodging a physical attack or if he casts magic on me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get caught unawares. That's how I've died twice now.
Yeah, he's gonna step forward to engage you, and swing a nasty looking meat cleaver at you that he produces.
I'll try to dodge again.
It'll be you may not. He criticals.
Well, I really wish I had cast Aegis, or not failed. You realize I've failed in one aspect or another of every magic thing I've tried to do.
Yeah. Take 8 damage.
All right, let's see. That is, you know, I've died twice now to damage. You think I'd fucking understand how damage works? I think that's only 1. I think I'm now lightly wounded. I have a damage threshold of 4, but my second one is 10, so I mean that's under. Or is
Yep, that is. Yep.
Okay.
So you only move one down to lightly wounded.
Wait. Let me just double check something here. I think I have something that actually. Nope. Sorry, that's ranged attacks. I have thieving stunties, which means if you hit me with a ranged attack, you flip to fail.
Nice.
I'd never expected to get hit.
Okay. Yeah, and while you're fighting, the thing, the child, seems to try to cling to you. And certainly whatever the thing is thinking, it wants to be further away from Jeb than it does you.
Is it still in infant form?
Yes.
Okay. Is Jeb done his turn?
And Jeb has done his turn. It is your turn.
Cool. I want to use part of my action to kill the infant. I feel
sorry,
killing an
you what?
infant is fairly coup de grace territory.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I could be more descriptive, but we don't want that to happen.
No.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1 AP as you drop the thing. And
Air
then,
quotes.
yeah. You have 2 action points left.
And I can still cast a spell, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to aegis myself. Jeb seems to be in the martial territory, so I'm going to channel 1 step. Modifier of 10%. Finally. I really got to put the critical success. The fields on the character sheet are labeled like spell regen, spell effect, critical success, critical failure, but when you roll them, they're just different paragraphs and they don't tell you what they are. So I think I'm gonna have to go back through and like type those in.
Oh yeah.
Because it doesn't make any sense if you read it. It's like one thing says one thing, and then the next thing is better, and then the last one is the worst. And it's like,
Anyways, so you successfully cast your spell, and Jeb looking angrily, and says, "I think we both know that what you just did isn't enough. Why don't you take the time to back off?"
because I ain't done yet. I mean, you don't want to hurt me, right?
He's gonna smile, and then attempt his own magic.
Right, now I don't have any action points left, so it doesn't matter. You do whatever you do.
Right.
Channel took 1, Spellcast took 1, Killing a Baby took 1.
11.
Which no, I don't reduce it, but see, my new modifier is 7, and then 13, so it's just 1. I am moderately wounded.
Okay. I will roll. So that was his chaos encounter. Is he did channel once, or no? It should have been channel twice, I guess, to get that. So I guess
It doesn't matter. I mean, you rolled an 8 on thing, so.
Yeah. And now 1d6.
Oh, you want me to roll it? Okay, you're rolling it. Alright, so I'm wounded.
Yep.
Or injured, rather.
Yep.
Come on, broken kneecap.
Suffer 2 corruption for being injured. And roll a d100.
Come on, something we haven't seen yet. Come on, missing eye. I love injuries, by the way, in these games. I love just something that makes your character unique.
Also, you should be trying to rack up those chaos points. The disorders really do that well.
Well, yeah, but I've only been around for like a session.
Well, you just gotta get multiple chaos points.
Yeah, I mean, I've only got 1 chaos rank, is what I'm saying.
Pulled muscle. So you pull your muscle until fully recuperated. You must flip to fail all brawn-based skill tests.
Got it. It's funny. My Hackmaster character literally has pulled back muscle.
And then after that, we're gonna fade to black on you fighting for your life for just a second.
You assume I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah. Genevieve, Rasmussen, Rutherford, you were sitting in Matilda's hut. When she suddenly stands up, and she says, someone close by is using something demonic, right? Something close by is using magic or something. I don't know. And Matilda walks over to a window.
How long has Ramon been gone?
What do you think, Theta? Not long, right? Because you said you got ambushed pretty close, so maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think Genevieve gets up and she's like, I'm gonna go check on Ramon.
Rasmussen will do his best to stand up and attempt to go.
I don't trust you going alone, Genevieve. I don't want you going and taking that baby and running off.
I mean, if they come with you, you're going to be reduced to foot speed, not a full gallop on your horse.
Yeah,
we have the wagon, though.
Well, it's your call. If you want to move fast and you want to take the horse and just go, that's fine. It's your call. We'll go with you if you want. Otherwise, we'll stay.
She says, she doesn't say anything to that, but she says, I'll be faster on my own.
Okay, we'll stay here in case he shows up.
So, yeah, she's taking the horse and she's like racing to find Ramon.
Okay. Well, now we're starting at the top of the round.
Good move, guys.
So
Good move.
Rutherford and Rasmussen, we'll assume you're moving as fast as you can together on the donkey cart or ox cart, whatever it was.
Yep.
I think ox cart's more dignified than a donkey.
Yeah, I think so too. Way more befitting your noble status. So I will say it will take you approximately 4 rounds to reach the engagement. Genevieve, you go after Ramon, so I'll talk about you. Ramon, you've been singed by a bolt of hateful energy.
All right, well, throw another one back. Scrolling down. I'll channel one step again. So it's basically 2 action points. You know, you really think that it would roll the damage itself. But I had no field for it, yeah. D10 plus... I think my willpower bonus is 5, but I just want to double check. Yep, no, it's 6. Because I got a +1. I can only assume for being a gnome. I'm a good gnome! That's the thing kids say, right?
Nice. Yeah, that moves him into moderately wounded, so roll a d6 too to see if you injure. Not quite.
I mean, on a meta level, we know the asshole can turn into snow, so...
Yeah, you singe him, and or the bolt hits him directly, and it doesn't do precisely what you expect, but you still can see it. It hurt him. It hurt him bad. Genevieve, it'll take you 2 turns riding at a full gallop to get there,
Mhm.
but you will have to pass a successful ride test.
Okay. I do have. Let's see. Let me just see. I think. Okay, so I can re-roll if I fail it the first time, and I do have ride animal.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see, ride. All right.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'll get there in not this turn, but next turn. And when it comes to your initiative, you'll be
Okay.
able to arrive on the scene within charging distance, but it'll be all your.
Mhm.
Jeb, after being hit, is going to, his color fades from his face in strange ways, backs up, um, and calls upon, and like basically just picks up some snow and throws it on himself. He succeeds. You see his body begin to get augmented in a way as the snow cases into hard ice that surrounds his figure.
Yeah, sure. He did what I did with snow.
Yeah, essentially a more interesting version.
Sure. Threw me down the stairs like that.
Yeah, no, in some ways, yes, it's one of the clan magic spells, one of the funky ones. Rutherford Rasmussen, you guys are now at arriving in 3 turns. Because you were
Okay.
at 4. Now you're Ramon.
I'll throw another magic missile at him. Magic missile.
And you're keeping track of how many reagents you have left.
See, I did not, but I threw 1 at the beginning of the last battle, and I've thrown 2 now, so I have 7 left. The Aegis one doesn't get used up, so that's fine. That one, I just always have to have that thing in my pocket, that's all.
You've got whatever we got
Yeah,
from the old monster.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
7? 7?
Yeah,
Yeah, flashback, they gave you the 7 magic reagents for some reason.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They looted reagents for magics.
Magic missile has a specific thing, unless you're saying that that monster had 7 silver darts in his pocket.
I think reagents, you may correct me, maybe I'm getting confused with another game. I think reagents for magic as an item are just like a adventurer's pack from Dungeon World type situation.
No, in this they're specific items. Like
Oh.
Aegis, I need to keep a splinter of a wooden shield in my pocket. Or magic missiles, I have to have a silver dart held in my hand, which is expended. But there are costs based. The regent's costs are based on their level. So these things only cost me like, I don't know, it was a brass penny or something a piece.
Right. Okay. So never mind then. You have to use your specific reagents.
Yeah. Like I said, unless you want to say that the monster had silver darts in its pocket for some reason.
Well, it did have it certainly had a couple, but I'll figure that out at some other time. Oh, nice. That's it.
Well, that's about as much damage as my first one did way back when I went blind. And seeing as he's all armored up, I doubt that did anything. Oh shit, you know what though? I forgot to mark the 2 corruption I've taken during this fight. Other than the other 2 corruption I already took during this fight, so let me mark that down. Because you take corruption for channeling.
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot to impose that on you. Sorry, just one moment. I have to check.
Yeah, I can tell you sound far away, so I know you're doing something. I mean, that is my turn. I'm saving that last one for a counter spell or whatever. Just start calling me Jace. Because I'm a mind wizard, bitch.
Yeah, it does move down one step. Roll 2d6.
Are you, like, far away from your mic right now?
Yeah, I totally was because my head was pointed down. You roll. You definitely hit him. You injured him. Bring him to seriously wounded. Roll 2d6 for injury.
His ice armor sucks. Or, no, that's probably his resurrection armor, now that I think about it. I don't know his magic spells, I'm just working out.
It was a stupid magic spell for him to actually cast. I am going back and reading it, but that's okay. It'll help him in a moment.
Well, I'd say I'm just remembering that he turned into snow and disappeared, so if this is what I'm thinking, he's just... I can't kill him now because he's just gonna vanish. I can't counterspell it either because it didn't target me.
Oh, you can only counterspell stuff that targets you.
Yeah, you have it on the one of the handouts. Counterspells, must, and there's an A through H list, and number A, that's right, number A is be the spell's target.
Gotcha.
I mean, you also have to know to spell magic, but that's easy. Once I saw that was a prerequisite for counterspells, it's like, yep, that's on the list.
Yeah. So we are going to... That was you? Oh, roll a d100 for his injury. That's what my brain couldn't find. Ooh, 71. Serious injury. Stress fracture. Until fully recuperated, you cannot counterspell, dodge, or parry. As your missile rattles his brain in a very difficult way. Well, not his brain. He falls backwards, breaking one of his bones, I suppose, or fracturing it. Genevieve.
Mhm.
You've arrived within charge distance. You can see the form of like Jeb basically trying to get to Ramon. Definitely can tell it's Jeb.
All right, I am I'm just taking out my blade and getting in between the two. I don't know if I can't attack, right?
Yeah, you can charge an attack.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. As you charge, you must resist. You have to resist a maneuver, or you have to
Okay.
maneuver to get close. So, no. Make a ride animal test.
So just a ride test
Mm-hmm.
or handle animal.
Ride.
Okay.
To be able to successfully get within weapons range.
All right. Nope. Well, I actually can re-roll.
You can re-roll that though because of your ability.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Nope.
It literally got worse.
As you get close, the ground around him pushes up, and a pillar of snow knocks you from your steed, and you go flying into the ground.
Okay. Not cool. Not cool.
Jeb is going to look around, and he is going to spend an action point. He's going to spend 3 action points to run in the opposite direction back in the woods away from you guys.
I mean, can he run far enough where I can't see him?
I remembered Jeb had spells, and I was like, "Oh, I remember he has a defensive spell. I should use that." And it turns out to be an absolutely useless defensive spell for him, which I suppose should make Nero happy. It actually will, as I read.
Yes, it pleases me greatly.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, even my it's like it wasn't a complete disconnect because Discord went down, but everything else was fine. And then when I was trying to reconnect on Discord, my OBS started disconnecting, and it's like I don't know what's going on. I just upgraded to fiber optic internet, so I have no idea.
It's aliens.
Clearly. It is currently your turn. Jeb has spent all his movement to move 21 movement away from you.
Right, the last thing I was asking was, is he out of eyesight range?
No.
Right, so I can then still throw at him.
You may.
$69, dude.
Well, now I'm having some technical difficulties.
Well, I've rolled a 16 damage, though.
Ouch. Geez, he was. Yeah, your magic missile. Roll a d100 for me, actually. What did you get?
72.
I kind of screwed this up. But... Yeah, the missile buries itself deep within the chest cavity of Jeb, going right through his icy exterior. It then explodes, shattering him into a sea of blood and gore.
Good man.
He's had a couple holes put into his chest now. There's got to be something permanently wrong with him.
So in the exact scene afterwards, Ramon, you are standing over the thing. Genevieve has been knocked off her horse. On the other side of you, what are you guys doing? And we'll say it isn't too long before Rutherford and Rasmussen arrive on the scene.
Genevieve, why are you out here?
She doesn't. Do I see Jeb? Does it look like he's dead?
Yeah, you looked up when you saw him explode into blood and gore.
So she gets up and she just says, "Did you kill him?"
Which him?
She points to like the remains of Jeb.
Oh, yeah, I killed Jeb. You should probably leave, though. I'm not done yet.
Is the kid still alive? Oh, out of character. Is the kid still alive?
Well,
you don't hear it.
I mean,
at the moment,
it's arguable.
Like, do I see it? Is the question.
You can take an awareness test, but it's in some snow. You probably wouldn't notice it directly, especially given your current position is knocked prone from your horse.
Arduous or hard or
Hard awareness.
okay. Too many spots. Nope, I definitely don't see it.
Although the strain of it... God, you knock yourself out so many times. I mean, I'm not saying you're doing it now, but it's... You get the most crit fails on skill rolls.
I know, I get so many crit fails.
I mean, at least this one has the inborn narrative of you stressing yourself out looking for a baby.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
Okay, I acted before you. I was wondering if you did something between me disconnecting or not, but apparently I acted before you could have gotten up. Wow, 20 mental peril.
20?
Yeah, do you pass out?
No, I think I ignore. Oh my god. Wait, so if it's 20, does it include like all the peril if you add it up?
What do you mean?
Like, so he passes my first peril, that's 6, and then, but after that I have 12. So do you add up?
Right, it would go past to 12. What's the next one?
18.
As far as I know, that's 3 in a row, but I get this shit wrong all the time. Do you two
Well,
know?
you're correct. So it's 3 in a row. That's what it is.
It is?
Alright, so does that pass you out, or are you just really stressed? Right
No, I'm just really stressed. I'm not incapacitated yet.
Okay, so you're just ignoring skill numbers now.
Yeah, I ignore 3 skill ranks.
Except for your specializations. Which, by the way, is not something I knew stuff about. Alexandre was so fucking smart. He had 7 specializations and everything. And it's like, I didn't know that's what that did.
Sorry, Fluff, I just want to ask a quick question. You said that you ignore how many skill ranks?
I thought I ignored 3, or is that too much? I'm not sure.
Not too much. Because if you started off without any mental peril at all, you would have just been unhindered, which means that you would go down to imperiled ignore 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Just making sure.
Still, you just have the worst luck with these.
I don't know. It's my
You should have been the fop.
Hey man, if I could fail rolls, I would have been in probably the same position she's in.
I mean, you've failed a number of skill rolls too, which is not on the scale of Fluff. Fluff has passed out multiple times due to skill rolls.
What, the third or fourth time I've passed out due to, or about to pass out due to mental peril?
I'm just saying.
The third or the fourth time, I don't remember.
Yeah, this is informing the character now.
Too much stress. It's bad for you. This kind of makes sense, though, story-wise.
Well, given everything that's been going on, yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah,
It's all building up to this nonsense.
Well, I mean,
clusterfuck.
That's why I'm asking why you're running out here. You know what I was doing.
Look. Well, Genevieve's reasoning would be...
Well, no, because Matilda said that, there was some bad mojo going on.
Yeah, and you're alone in the forest. It's not bueno.
Right, but I'm killing this demon child, so...
Doesn't mean you'd be using evil magic to kill it.
Well, no, I mean, the assumption I would have had if I was in the hut, and even if I was playing Alexandre, would be that the demon child was doing something magic.
Well, yeah, if the demon child was trying to kill you.
But he's, at the end of the day, a baby, and I think I can handle a baby.
I don't know, man. It grew up into a toddler in like a matter of minutes.
You're not much bigger than a baby yourself.
I know. That's not really even a joke. It's just truth. I was laughing to myself that I got pulled muscle because I can't even hold two-handed weapons or wear armor. I'm too small and frail.
It's so tiny.
I could just imagine this short, lanky, weird monster-looking thing dragging a screaming bag through the snowy, frozen forest, pulling his muscle. God.
In my defense, I didn't.
I forgot your muscle finders,
Yeah, I say in my defense, I didn't pull my muscle from pulling the bag. I pulled my muscle from defending myself from Jeb, the guy the two of you couldn't kill.
Look, I think you could only kill them with magic, because, man, he exploded it.
Yeah, well, next time he comes back, he's going to be a blood monster. This is just another version of Snow Death. Now it's just Blood Death.
Well, hopefully he's dead.
Yeah, I can hear you.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. For whatever reason, PC Discord is now working. So
yeah, it's weird. Right. I had to jump to the Canary client, which is like the third tier down client for Discord I have.
Do you want to continue, or do you want to call the session here so that you can work on the technical issue?
Honestly, this is really, really difficult for me to hear for many reasons. So I'm thinking we might call it here, unless Discord decides to work.
Yeah, this
not my
is acting weird for me too. It's not letting me send.
Well, I mean, the good news is this is a really good place to end it.
Yeah, it's all right. I would say it is better than nothing, but we do have some new things coming in the next week. So that will be interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna do the corruption roll. Don't forget your 20 mental peril, Genevieve.
Yeah, I have it already. Put it down.
Yeah. Wait, if anyone suffered 6 or more corruption,
You didn't give me any corruption for cursing about the gods.
I missed it. Do you want me to backlog it? How many times did you do it?
Once. I did it once, but I'm at 5 corruption right now.
All right, take the corruption and gain the chaos rank. Okay. So then it'll be 125 experience for 100 just for showing up. And then let's see, did we get a clue? I think we got a clue. And I think that clue has to do with Jeb's motives. So I'm going to say give yourself 115. And then let's ask some questions and see if we can earn the extra. Ramon, impiety, heresy.
Yeah, I just told you heresy. I guess,
Yep,
and
okay.
impiety. It's the same thing, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, there's a couple. Pretty much is two different sides of the same coin. Take the extra 25. Genevieve, we have new ones today.
Yes, I do.
Duty and fatalism.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you got either of those?
I think a sense of both, considering I had to weigh my duty to protect everyone, and sacrificing this child that I don't want to sacrifice. And then there's that fatalism where she's almost willing to let it live, even if it means everything else kind of goes crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Take 25. Rasmussen, were we a hero or a martyr today?
Okay, it may be a stretch, but here's my pitch.
Okay.
I think that he was actually kind of heroic for consistently advocating for the most horrific choice because he knew it was the right one.
Did you know, or did you have a gut feeling?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Did you know, or did you have a gut?
Well, I can't hear Joe at all. So take 25, Nero.
Okay, cool.
Do you think you hit it today?
I don't know, man.
If you think you did, how do you think you did it today?
I don't think I did. I didn't really do anything.
Okay, so don't take it. All right. Yeah, it is an interesting session. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties. I was hoping we'd at least get to go to the festival today, but that will be saved for next week.
That's okay. So now I just want to be clear because I now have enough XP to buy into the next profession. That costs 200 to do, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And everything, yes, and everything on that tier is also 200.
Yeah, it's 200 apiece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Have a good one, guys. A lot of fun, Nick. Thanks.
Yep. See you.
Peace out, peoples.